Hello everyone. Phoenix61 here with your Legend shenanigans for the day. How's it going, everybody? We are in the Marlborough. This is, yes, Tier 7 Premium British battleship. Lots of guns. Start lots of fires. Burn everything to the ground. We'll turn out here a little bit, try and play our flank. We, of course, don't want to be spotted broadside, so be a little bit cautious here about firing our guns. This is one of those ships you can go down quite quickly, but you do get pretty epic heals with these British ships, though, as well. So it's always kind of nice to have in your back pocket. Yamato should be able to hit him. Nope, not quite. Looks like we would have hit the island. Just waiting for a decent opportunity before getting ourselves, spotted for the first time here. See if our Lucian can pick anything up for us. I'm going to slow down so that we don't get out of range of all of these guys. Defense. He's turning out. Otherwise, it would have been nice to have AP loaded. I think a lot of times too, like you could load AP right for your first salvo here, just in case somebody happens to pop up broadside and catch somebody off guard. But otherwise, most of the time, I've got this ship kind of built out for fire spamminess, right? So we got range, accuracy, and HE shells. It's kind of the way that I like to play them, or play this ship anyway. So Navarin over up by B cap. See if we can hit him. Of course, those Soviet battleships, a lot of them have limited number of damage cons, so it's always nice to fire spam them. Yamato here might be able to get front guns on him. Everybody gets a fire, right? Trip another one on Navarin. Did we trip one on him and he put it out, maybe? We've got 2 fires so far. Wait for this game to get going here. There we go. I got another one on him. See if Yamato takes. Then our destroyer, awesome gameplay here. Went in, capped the zone, and is looking like he might be heading over towards the B cap already as well. We are kind of bundled up with some of our allies here, so we might potentially move away here. There we go. Now we got Yamato cooking. Oh, nope, he did put out the double fire. Either that or we triggered a third and he's using fight fire with fire. That was tough to tell there. Yeah, if you're paying close enough attention, you can always, if you see a 1 or 2 fires tripped on somebody, right, you can always go to shoot somebody else if you've got a different target to try and fire spam, right? Because otherwise you trip that. They're using the fight fire with fire legendary perk, right? The third fire is going to make it's going to wipe everything out and they're not going to be on fire anymore. Louisiana, yeah, so we got the Yamato burning now. So that's why our damage is ticking up. So this is perfect to be able to shoot at this Louisiana from here. This is a great counter ship too, like Marlborough and Conqueror, really good counter ships to those hybrids, right? Delaware and Louisiana, right? Because you can build this kind of range into them, and we're outside of his like torpedo, airstrike range, so it's absolutely perfect to be able to fire spam Louisiana. Yeah, Marlborough or Yamato goes down to our fire, so we get our first kill there, and then we're up to 100,000 damage already as well. Louisiana lost a lot of health pretty quickly there. Got an Nawami B as well. Surprised this defense is still alive while it's over here. Might be able to get some more hits on this Louisiana. He is kind of sailing away. Oh, just barely two shells just barely hit, and one of them happened to trigger fire. Alright, we'll take a shot at the Awami. So yeah, Louisiana's going to be burning from that one. And then this defense on the enemy team here is in our zone now. Might be able to pick on him if we swing around. Got such a good aim. Like, we're just like doing good at like damage farming these guys. It's kind of a perfect position here. There is the Witherer medal. We'll take that shot at the defense. Defense has god-awful smoke firing penalties too, so like if he fires his guns, he might still... Yeah, he still got spotted even after firing. Can't quite hit him though. Then I'm putting it in reverse because this Louisiana looks like he's coming this way. See if we can't get him within range. Potentially finish him off. We are actually down on ships right now. We've lost 4 and they've only lost 2. Right, that'd be potentially a pretty decent AP shot, although we'd be shooting him through the bow there and we might not get him in the guts. But yeah, the HE can wreck with this ship, so kind of stick with it most of the time unless we got nice juicy broadsides. Take that shot at the Louisiana since the defense is going to go behind the rocks here. And we'll use the island for the quick turnaround. Galleon over in B might be able to hit him. Nope, he's going to go undetected. Alright, yeah, both this defense and this Louisiana are super low on health, so we should be okay here. We are a little poorly angled to the Louisiana. So I hit the brakes here, we're slam it in full reverse and then turn away to try and angle before this stuff hits us. And that worked out absolutely perfectly. That probably annoyed him quite a bit. Trigger another fire there. Here comes his airstrike, is out in front of us, so I'm slamming the brakes and turning in towards that to try and avoid the airstrike. And then, yeah, here's that Navaran from earlier in the game as well. He's got quite a bit of health. So we're evening the ship count pretty quickly here, even though we were down quite a bit. Just because that defense, yeah, this golden line over here is low on health too, so this might be winnable here. So we'll fire spam Navaran, like that's a perfect one to fire spam. He may be low on damage control parties, right, because they've got a limited number of damage cons. I'm going to get myself starting to head towards B cap. We have quite a bit of health, right? I know I don't always practice what I preach, right, but we're battleship with a lot of health sort of later in the game means we haven't consumed enough of our, we kind of look at that as a resource. We could get ourselves out there a little bit more and try and take fire away from, our cruiser and destroyer that are left here. So I wouldn't mind some attention on us right now. Just want to make sure we're not angled poorly here with this Navaran. See if we're tempting enough for him to look at us and shoot us instead of our cruiser. Yeah, it looks like he's looking this way. He's thinking about it. Airstrike from the Golden Lion probably out in front of us. Lucian gets the torpedo hit on the Navaran for the kill there. Golden Lion is fairly low on health here, but he just hit us. He's going to probably fire spam us back here. I'm going to see, he shot HE, so I'm going to see if we can get turned away and sort of kite away from him. We are up on points here, so not dying in this situation would be, key. Yeah, he switched to AP. That was smart of him since we were broadside, but we just have plenty of health left here. And then here comes another airstrike from him. And we do manage to finish him off there. Please no fire, that would be nice. Got away with that there, no fire there. And very healthy Des Moines here now. So we'll pick on him. He's, of course, the last ship out there. So up to 200,000 in damage here. It's not half bad for Tier 8. 14 fires in total here. See if we can add to that. Des Moines would be another one. We're going to want to kind of be careful about AP. We might have enough points for us to still win. I don't know if this depends on this, if this Des Moines survives and runs away or not, right? They're up on zones, and then us dying would potentially give them a pretty hefty point swing. Our Lucian's going to cap B, so we'll be fine. But we'll do as much damage farming to this guy as we can. He's probably saturated most of my ship, so there is Confederate and another fire. May have to use this damage con on this fire here. I know I have a habit of like putting out the single fire and then, you know, getting a fire triggered. But then like what'll happen here is right, I'll hold on to my damage con here in this example and the whole fire will burn out and then I'll get another fire right after it, right? Like I could have used it. Looking at my my spotting range, right, to see if we could potentially go undetected, right? There's another fire. We're damage gunning that. Right, if he were to get out of range of like our normal detection range, we could just stop firing our guns, and then he wouldn't have us to shoot at, and then just sail away and win off of points or let teammates kill him, since we're so low on health now at this point. But we did what I was set out to do, which was draw fire for my teammates to survive. So that worked out there. We went from almost full health to dead in the last couple of minutes of the game there. But second place on the leaderboard there. That Lucian did an awesome job with 3,500 XP. That's a really great score for him. So we got second. And then we'll take a quick peek at the economy. Made about 300,000 in silver. I'll go through the commander build and stuff like I normally do for most games. Yeah, this was last campaign, so I'd already completed it. But yeah, aiming system, propulsion mod, and concealment. And then I've got the reload time on here for main battery mod. And then Elarosi is just a Geist, right? So this is the free-to-play commander, Andrew Cunningham. And then I've kind of just built into sort of reload, accuracy, and HE shells, right? So this guy here is a free-to-play person as well. It's a pretty good one to level up for an inspiration for any ships that you like to use HE shells on, because it applies to cruisers, destroyers, and battleships, right? And then base trait is shell grouping for him. And then we went flammable cannoneer for range and shell grouping, right? Range and accuracy. Crisscross is more, right? Yep. Main battery dispersion here for marksmanship. And then reaching out for more range. Like I said, that makes it a good counter to like things like those American hybrids that have those like torpedo bomber airstrikes, right? Because you can stay just outside of their airstrike range and then continue to hit them and fire spam them. So it works out pretty good. But thanks for watching my video all the way through, guys. I appreciate it. And do make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I am still kind of a small channel, right? So I do notice 1 or 2 new people joining the ranks here. And then we do occasionally live stream, so keep an eye out for that. I don't have a set schedule for live streaming. It's pretty random, honestly. I am Central Time in the US, and it's typically in the evenings when I do that, when I can get on. So yeah, just keep an eye out for me there. I do appreciate you guys that chit-chat and comment and stuff for live streams. It makes this fun for me, so really do appreciate that. But yeah, if you're following the channel, I do Legends videos pretty much every day. I try to get one out every day, so if you are following, we'll see you guys tomorrow.